Good morning, everyone. Oh boy, that first good of the morning. I think I've got my voice back. Yeah, there we go. Morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Franco might be napping. Lockwatcher is here. How's everyone doing? Hope you are all good. I've been doing some work yesterday. So we've got, well, first of all, here is, I think, the final design for the OLED holder. So this is it. Like, obviously, nothing is final, right? But I think it sits pretty well. Looks pretty good. So, sort of like I printed a box in slower speed to get a better idea of print quality. It's still PETG. Morning, Mr. JB. It's still PETG, so a little bit of stringing, plus that PETG's been open all summer. Titled screen is nice. Titled screen is nice. Trying to figure out if something is wrong with my stream. I guess not. Oh, tilted. Tilted. Ah. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, it's pretty nice. So I printed a lid and a box in slower speed so that we can get a really good idea of what it's going to look like. And then I made a vented version for the temperature sensors. The only thing that I didn't foresee is that this level here, so this height is where the PCB sits. So all my sensors really should be on the bottom. But whatever, it is what it is. I can also make a version of this with the lid fully open, and then all your accessories can just plug in the top. That's fine too. FreeCAD is still a learning process. Yeah, grasshopper cage. So yeah, FreeCAD is still a learning process. It just is what it is, and you know what? That's why you make open source stuff, so the community can make better stuff. It's just that simple. Let's see if we can install some inserts in here. Oh, I'll have to buy more inserts too. That's all I have for the whole project. I believe these are the standard Voron size inserts, so they're fairly inexpensive. So if you want to do this project, you'll have to get your own inserts. Enclosure kit. Chippa enclosure kit for your Prusa XL from Ali. Gonna print the 3D parts yourself. 50 hours of printing. Jesus. Yeah, I don't. If I paid, it's like $2,000 for a Prusa XL or something like that. If I paid that much, I'd want it to come with an enclosure. Because, like, think of what else you get for like $2,000 in terms of a printer. The H2D is $2,000. I wish the H2D wasn't online. It's not online only, but I don't like their practices of having the connected app and everything. Good morning, Damascus Everglades 3. Also, I'd like to say that this morning is my 14th morning of learning coding. So I think I'm going to stick to it. I mean, it's still just HTML and CSS, so it's not like coding proper yet, but we will get into Python eventually. A lot of printing for something you bought. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, pretty nuts. All right, so that is done. Shut that off. Morning, Gerald. Oh yeah, and yesterday, sorry, I had to cancel the the stream because we have a sudden problem with our pool. The concrete deck has shifted in the back with our last big rainstorms, and the liner we always knew was problematic, but now with the concrete deck shifting, it's pushing on the coping where the liner plugs in, I guess, and we need repairs. The repairs are probably going to be around the $30,000 mark to repair the pool. But there's so many unknowns that the contractor is not comfortable telling us like what it could actually be, like what it will 100% be. So therefore, we got another quote to fill the pool in, and it's not 30,000, but it's close. It's closer than I'm comfortable with. And we got a $2,000 discount on this service if we get it done this month, because the filling guy has a cancellation. So we are getting the pool filled in, and the only thing that makes me sad about that is that it happens now. The fact that it's getting filled in that's totally fine with me. I hate the pool. I hate being a pool owner. It came with the house, and it's been nothing but a pain in my butt and my wife's butt. So we're getting the pool filled in. It is a massive bill. I have never paid that much money in one shot ever for anything. I think even our house down payment was less. And yeah, so needless to say, it's gonna happen. Here is the fully vented box with the slats. We'll have to see if the slats line up with the I2C scanner's I2C port. If it doesn't, it doesn't, not a big deal. I'll make another lid. But this is like the environmental suite box, essentially. So yeah, here we go. Getting better at FreeCAD all the time. OLED is here. Also, the larger OLEDs should be coming this week. Should be almost here. They're with the local carrier, so that's good. So yeah, I've been saying since day one, since we bought the house, pretty much, never buy a house with a pool. I can confirm, don't buy a house with a pool. Above ground is not so bad because you can just remove it, but the just the sand that the contractor has to bring in is like $7,000 plus tax. So for Europeans, all our prices are tax excluded. So let me see what he said. It was approximately 1.13, approximately 7,350 just for the sand needed to fill the pool. That's what he pays. Obviously, he's going to have to mark that up. It's insane. It's insane how expensive shit has become. This is what I was looking for. So I am quite happy that I didn't decide to buy a Voron this year. That'll have to wait for another year, at least. And needless to say, we have to keep up the PCBWay projects. All right, so that's good. So I think today I'm pretty much done doing CAD work. Because we have all the cases we need to at least make a video. I'm gonna have to CAD more stuff after to make more, like to make the mount, the rail mount. I think I'm gonna go custom rails. It just makes sense to me. That's gonna be a different video, a different everything. We're gonna have to CAD the new bigger screen. That's gonna be a different day. Today I'd like to polish up the code for the 4 projects. I'm gonna put out my code so that you guys can test it if you want. And then we're going to have to essentially work on either making a video or something, because tomorrow, which is Sunday, I think. No, tomorrow, which is Monday, I work, so I won't be able to stream. Tuesday, I'll probably stream. That's why it says in the pinned comment. Tuesday, my boards should be in, so we should be able to make some of these videos. So I just want to be ready as soon as possible to record those videos, put them out, move on to something else. Even if it is to start CADing this stuff, because I need to get into a position where I have videos being put out so I can get $1 or $2 of AdSense. But I mean, it's more than just that. It's other stuff too. Like there's affiliate revenue and anyways, all that good stuff. I just need to be rolling. Need to be working. Oh yeah, we did get these. Oh yeah, even the little pigtails for the for these QT. Oh wait, I didn't think of that. Where are these going to go? Okay, I'll have to make a cutout in the front of this. Oh, and also I installed this backwards. The USB's here. I'll have to make cutouts for the Stemma QT connectors. I think I just dropped one of those screws on the floor. Probably never to be seen again. Mini screwdriver robot? What robot do you want me to build with the mini screwdriver? I mean, I'm all ears. I gotta focus my videos for the next bunch of months on stuff that people will want to watch. Get as many views as possible, so that makes sense. Might have to... The mini screwdriver is a robot. Is it? It'd be cool to take this thing apart and have a look-see what it looks in the inside. But the price I paid for this, really don't want to. Okay, need one more screw. Oh, there we go. Did you guys see Basement Electronics had a live stream the other day? He's building the Crunch Lab stuff. Oh, 100% there's planetary gears in there. 100%. There's no way you're going to get enough torque out of just a motor. Find the drop screw and it stabs your foot. Yeah, probably. I'm also making another AliExpress order for these M2 self-tappers because it's needed to hold the OLED in place on the new mount. So if you guys know some stuff that I should order while I'm there, because I have M2 screws in 2 lengths, and I have these things in my cart, but it's not enough to add up to $10 for the free shipping. Never watched Basement Electronics? He was on my podcast. He's a Ontario boy as well. I'll put a link. He has a lot of subscribers. There we go. Pin message. There we go. He's in here sometimes. I don't know if he wants his name revealed, so I won't say who exactly it is, but he comes in here sometimes. I don't need the 3D printer. Oh, yeah, we need to open the IDE. Let me just send you guys to the naughty chair. Back to screen. All right. Sorry, just yawning. Okay, OLED stuff, Dallas sensor stuff, 1 wire, Harry for comms, Dallas sensors. Pacific Dallas sensor library. It's good. What is there what's that? Oh, nothing. Okay, yeah. Curtis, yeah. Curtis, Ireland. Oh yeah, you see it on his Ko-fi and his Blue Sky. Yeah, check out his stream from a few days ago. It's pretty fun watching those Crunch Lab things. Okay, this is not done here. This stuff here. X, Y. I'm gonna drop it down a little bit. Write the temp C into the buffer, and we're gonna set cursor. Let's go 9010. Go star C. We're gonna go F. How's it going, Franco? Were you sleeping? I saw you guys. You guys were chatting yesterday. You guys left some comments and stuff. Sorry, I had to cancel the stream yesterday because of the contractor coming in to give an estimate. There was a joke that goes like, my grandfather died peacefully in his sleep, unlike his passengers. Something like that. Okay, so this should work. We are on pin GP3. So let's just verify, make sure everything's good, and then we will test this, what it looks like on the OLED. No guarantees how long the stream's gonna go today. I just feel exhausted for some reason. I was fine this morning when I was coding. While we do this, oops. Really? There we go, day 14 of learning to code. All right, that works. Let's just get my RP2040 and do what I do. Close your eyes. Yeah. Good one. Upload. Thank you, Franco. I'm also here. Let me share something with you guys because you guys are cool. Let me just wait till this uploads. Okay, uploads good. I'll send you to the naughty chair. I just want to show you something. Why is this not working? Hang on. No. Okay, hang on. Something's broken. Something's broken. Okay. Hang on. So first and foremost, this is a website that I'm developing. I'm just missing where I have a live preview. Okay, hang on. ChatGPT save me. I have the live preview plugin installed in VS Code, and it was working last time. Now I open my project and it is gone. How do I re-enable it? Okay, Control-Shift-P. Live preview start server. Okay. Control-Shift-P. Live start server. Oh. That's much more impressive. All right. So, this is what the website looks like right now. So, I don't know, I can't really zoom it for you guys. But essentially, often in my job I have to look up automotive specs, and I use official sources. But it's a pain in the ass to log into those official sources all the time. So my plan is to have a website that is very low in demand, and we'll put all those specs I need on the page. And if you see I have a warning, these specs came from all over the internet and are not validated, well, that's for copyright reasons. I'm not using my official sources. I'm using what I can find on Google. It says use at your own risk. Then I have logos, and essentially there'll be a bunch of tables down this way. And those tables will have all like the common makes and models that I work on. So here, for example, Ford, I made legally distinct car companies, so I don't, deal with copyright anything. So here's Ford, right? It brings you to Ford. Then right now I have, this is just all in infancy. I've worked about an hour on this. So I'll have a table here. So here you see 2021 to 2025 F-150. Oil type is 5W30 synthetic. Oil capacity 7.33 liters with filter. Lug nut size 21 millimeters. Lug nut torque 150 foot-pounds. Front tire pressure, rear tire pressure. So it's going to be a quick lookup page, but essentially it's going to help me practice my CSS and web design stuff. Oh, big stretch. So that is what I'm working on. So I thought these logos were pretty funny, using Ford Cheb instead of Chevrolet and Nissan instead of Nissan. I need to find more like for other brands, but yeah, that's the deal. That's what I'm working on. I just basically need a way to practice my skills when I'm not like directly learning, and I'm trying to build it with best practices. So yeah, it looks like shit right now, but I'm working on it. Back in your CompierService Guy days, you wrote a local web page for tech laptops that gave local access to tech pubs. Nice. Very nice, very nice. All right, so let's get a Dallas hooked up here on the GP3. And let's see if we can make it look pretty. Here's the Dallas. I think so. Volvo. I don't work on a lot of Volvos, so I may not make a Volvo section, at least not to start with. We'll see. Everything's in flux. Everything's in flux. It might go like if people submit me specs or something, I might be able to just add them. No, nothing is for sure right now. You hate typing on the iPad. Yeah, it's an Apple device. It's not made for you to use it. Your Apple devices aren't supposed to work the way you want them to work. They're supposed to work. You're supposed to adapt to the way Steve Jobs wants you to type, or whoever's in charge right now. Tim Cook, Tim Apple. If you're having trouble typing, it's because you're doing it wrong. That's what they would say. That's what Apple fanboys say. Speaking of Apple, you equally hate typing on Android pads? Okay. I don't have any problems. But then again, my tablet is very old. Like, very old. All right, here goes. Is it going to work? Oh, we're close. We're just going to shift the numbers this way more. It's going up. So we'll start at maybe 20. You own several Android devices as well. I don't think like Android is the end-all be-all, don't get me wrong. But I will say having a Pixel phone instead of using like a Samsung or something does make the Android experience a lot better. And by the way, let me just show you this before we move on. These are my old iPhones. They're a little filthy, but as you can see, I used to be iPhone guy, but they made them too big after this. So this is the iPhone, I don't even know what iPhone this is. iPhone model A1428, whatever that means. No idea what that means. But anyways, yep, 2 iPhones, my old phones. And I also have my old Pixel here. And I'll probably end up buying another Pixel. These iPhones are really old though. They were part of the, like, they started getting very, very slow with updates and stuff. All right, where was I at? Yes, here. Let's start at like 20 and start this at like 85. They look better as doorsteps than the old ones. Doorstops, I think you mean. Touchscreens don't work for you. No idea why. Yeah. You won't buy another Apple product. Tim Cook leaves. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with Tim Cook specifically, but I just find the worst thing about Apple is its users. So not its like, I don't mean like people who like use it. I mean people who like identify as Apple people. They're a little bit weird. To be honest though, Apple is the best phone to buy for an elderly person. It's pretty intuitive to use. And its popularity means that, yeah, $995 for a monitor stand, yeah. But people, again, I think Apple is a genius company, not because they make genius products, for the most part. I mean, there's some products they make that are objectively awesome. Like I have to say, Apple Silicon is a phenomenal invention. Like, it sucks that it's not upgradable, but Apple Silicon works freaking amazing. But I think Apple is a genius company because they made having a computer cool to non-computer people. There we go. I think that works. What do you guys think? Ship it? It's not exactly centered, but it's pretty good. It's touching my hand, so it's getting warm. I guess my breath is warm too. I don't know how to cool this thing down. Have you tried touching? Yeah, the Woz. The thing is, I don't think. I don't think Steve Jobs was an engineer. Woz is an engineer. I think the Woz is still alive, isn't he? By the way, I don't know if any of you here are fans of Linus Tech Tips. I know he's a little bit controversial in this day and age. But Linus is almost certainly having Linus on his channel. It's almost for sure. He had a conversation on the phone with Linus Torvalds, the creator of Linux, and apparently Linus is willing to do videos with him. So there's no like for sure what's going on, but it was announced in the last WAN show, the podcast, that yeah, Linus and Linus will be on the same screen at the same time. Pretty cool. And how I'm going to save this. How it's been explained is that Linus, I'm just going to add this to, Linus offered to bring the whole production to wherever Linus lives, and Linus is like, no, I'll probably come up to Vancouver. So he's actually traveling sensor. So it's really cool. I think it's going to be awesome to have the different takes between Linus and Linus, because both of them have done stuff with Linux, but only one of them is actually qualified to. Switching to Mac OS made you a happier person. 20-minute force updates. So I agree with that. The 20-minute forced updates is horrible. I'm completely with you. Completely with you. However, I have to say, I haven't had any of those in years now. Like, honestly, years. Yeah, Franco, you can't. Today, you cannot have a something connected to the internet and not have updates. Oh, I should probably. The 7th. Yeah, it would cost you dearly. That's why, like, next month, I'm going to have to make a decision whether to go Windows 11 or to, like, run Linux or something. The problem is the Adobe suite doesn't work in Linux. It does work in Apple, but Apple would mean I have to pay like $3,000 for a machine. I don't have $3,000 for a machine. And then lots of my Windows stuff won't work. You canceled your Adobe. I still have an old, like a out of date, but a lifetime, like when you used to buy the software suite once. I got a good deal on it, so I have it, and that's it. I do really want to switch to Resolve, but the issue is I'm already learning so many different things that it's brutal, like having to learn new processes all the time. Like honestly, I can't keep doing this, right? Yeah, you already switched to Resolve. Yeah, the other thing is, hold on a sec. Connection. This pin does nothing. The other thing is that Resolve has some sort of hardware limitation if you have the free version. I think I read they may have changed that, but I'm not 100% sure. GP2. GP2. Cut out the P pauses of your live streams. Yeah. Let me actually just make sure that the... So is this how this is not how mine is. How's it going? I test things. Hang on a sec. I had to sneeze. All right, so what's the pull-up resistor? Is it a 10K? DHC 11 data sheet. I do want to grab. Uh-huh. Uh, 5K pull-up sheet, pull-up recommended. 5K. So 4.7, same thing. GP2. You watched the WAN show. Nice. Heavy vertical rain. Nice. I like rain. The rain ruined my pool, though. So, that is shitty. Prime will be running the original Twilight Zone series. Very interesting. Start of OLED stuff, end of OLED stuff. Clean up my stuff here. Start of sensor stuff. I'm going to delete this. Don't need any of this. This says 10K, but the datasheet says 5K. Don't need that stuff. 3.7 or 10K. Well, the datasheet shows 5K. So 4.7. This is the data sheet. Okay. Oh yeah, and now I want to set up. In the setup, I have a bit of code that I use to clear the screen. The rain hasn't destroyed the pool. No, the pool was built in the late 80s, I think. So it was due for repairs anyway. The fact that the concrete then screwed up, it just means it was a death knell. Okay, I don't care about this. This is out. Don't want it. Displaying our sensor. Okay, clearing all the stuff from the screen. 2:1. Scale for larger text. Oh, I don't need this. I don't want to set the... Did I tune all these values already? Let me see what it looks like first. Oh, did that not boot? It didn't boot. Oh, I installed the ground and the power backwards. Whoopsies. Hopefully it didn't destroy my DHT. I need that for testing. Let's see if this works. Also, sorry about the boring stream. It's just I need to get this done because on Monday the PCBs will be in. So I want to polish up all the stuff needed for the video so that the video goes faster on Tuesday when we record it. Monday, tomorrow, I'm working, so I can't record it, sadly. So the DHT is now not reporting. I may have blown it up. 0, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. What pin are we using? Oh, 2. Maybe that's the problem. It works. Whew, thankfully it works. Lots for you to do. Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, me too. That's why I like streaming. I don't have to work alone. Okay, so this works. All right. So the text. So X, Y. Write the word DHT 11 onto the screen. Pixels XY. This is pixels XY. XY. Pixels XY. XY. Pixels XY. Okay. This is not DHT stuff. Can take that out. X, Control V. I have a delay in here. Watched a live video of drilling for oil. That was a boring stream. Yours is fine. Oh, thank you, Locke. Sun's out, rain's gone, no storm. Wow, that went quick. Went from 0 to 100 back to 0. All right. I don't even know. Am I using a DHT11 right now? I must be. Yes, that is the DHT11. Confirmed. Okay, so create a variable called h and read the humidity to it. Create a variable called t and read the temperature to it. That should be pretty good there. We have a 3-pin module with DHT11 soldered to it already. If so, just match the silkscreen to your micro. Not supposed to rain here, but overcast. To not see more trans women as electronic creators other than Fran. There are more than you think. A lot of them are just not comfortable saying that they're trans. It wasn't a particularly safe world for them a while ago, and now it's much less safe. I personally know some. No, it's way worse, definitely. Yeah, 100%. 100%. But yeah, I definitely know some. It's just, it's not safe for them. You got sick of Fran complaining? Well, again, Fran is facing some unique challenges. Actually, she's faced challenges all the time. Like, all the time. I really feel bad for her. All right, that's DHT11 should be completed. Open recent. DHT22 is next. I feel like I've done this one. No, I have not. D22. Yeah, it's not getting better anytime soon. What is our DHT pin? Oh, that's not right. Should be DHT22. What pin did we use? Oh, thank you, Gerald. You don't think Fran should have made her last video? I'll have to check it out. Unified schematic editor. Pin 8, GP8. I mean, I have to say, until you have to walk a mile in her shoes, I wouldn't say that she complains too much or whatever. It's not a great existence. I don't see a pull-up. Well, she's not young though, right? Like, I have to watch the video. Now, I'm talking in generalities, but she's not young, right? So maybe she doesn't have the same level of dexterity that she had when she was younger. Maybe she can't see very well anymore. I mean, I'm just saying, I believe you guys. I trust you that maybe she does complain too much, but all I'm saying is there's a lot of external factors that could be weighing on her. That's all I'm saying. Does someone make a piece of software to do these labels? Because these are nice labels. Uh, 10K. That is good. Large supportive base. I have a small supportive base, but it makes a big difference. You guys are a big difference makers. You guys are big difference makers. There we go. Okay, plus sensor out. Plus minus and censor. No one complaining about YouTube. I mean, I'm not, yeah, I know. I get it, I get it. Being YouTubers is knowing how to separate life and work. I have not. Teach me. I haven't gotten there yet. It's pretty intense. All right, so pin 8 is what I should be on. Pin 8. All right, that's in boot mode. That's good. Let's just see how this works. Upload. 22 and 11. Morning, Curtis. Look at the pinned comment. Okay, this is working on pin 8 as intended. That's good. So we're going to keep working our way down. OLED. You don't bring your personal life into your streams. Yes, I do. 100%. Man, live streams is the best part. Like 100% the best part of YouTube. For me. I feel like you missed something. No, I was just talking about that people should go and check out your live stream and subscribe and watch your live streams in general. That's all. You didn't miss anything. And you don't want to miss a thing. Plus, we got to see a dog. It's always a good point of a live stream. This is what I need to add here. Yeah, you should. Oh, by the way, stretching. One unintended consequence of having to spend, I don't know, my life savings on getting the pool filled up is one of the big reasons we don't have a dog. Vero and I, is because the pool is a bit scary. Like, you're gonna raise a puppy in a backyard that consists of, 90% pool. I don't want to deal with that. Neither does Vero. But now, if we get the pool filled, everything goes well, and we financially recover, we're probably going to have a dog. It's at least in the conversation. You get a water dog. So the other thing, Curtis, is the liner is vinyl. And so if the dog like swims to the side with their claws, they can destroy the liner. And just so you know, the liner is, we just got a quote, is like 8 Gs to replace in our pool. And of HT stuff. So $8,000 to replace the liner, which we need to do. And then it was like, anyways, the estimate without dealing with anything else is like $14,000. And then realistically, it's about $30,000 of work needed to the pool because the concrete shifted. So Franco, you weren't here this morning. The reason I had to cancel yesterday's streams, the contractor came in to give us an estimate on that. And another contractor came in, give us an estimate on just removing the pool, filling it in with sand. You have to do it correctly, or else the ground can shift and pull your foundation in with it. So we got an estimate, and we are getting the pool filled in with sand. We are destroying the pool. Probably will get an insurance discount, yes, by removing the pool. So just so you know, the repair of the pool is around $30,000, something like that. The filling up of the pool is cheaper than that, but it's not half that price. It's more than half that price. So it's very expensive, but in the end, we're going to end up with not a pool, which is what we wanted from the start. So yeah. It'll be cheaper in the long run. My electricity bills, no, Curtis, it's fine. The biggest thing you guys can do to support me, like obviously supporting on Patreon is nice, but what's more important is to share the channel, watch the videos, stuff like that, because I don't want you guys to spend money on me. I want to get sponsors willing to sponsor the channel. That's what I want. I want sponsors to pay for the content, because the content is not... The content should be free. That's part of my philosophy. So the best thing to do is to watch the channel, share the content, and stuff like that, not to pay on Patreon. That's the best thing. Yeah, maintaining the pool, yeah, trust me, I know. It's a 70,000 liter pool. So not only is it like expensive, like chemicals and stuff, but the pool is also a massive time sink. Every year, it's like probably 100 hours apiece between my wife and I. So it'll be nice to get all that gone. So there we go. DHT22 is working. Let's see if we can put some humidity in her. Yep, it goes up. Yeah, more lawn to mow. That's okay. We'll deal with that. More room for solar projects. I have three 100-watt solar panels just sitting here doing nothing. And the idea is, the way my yard is set up, I can take this. I think I've done this drawing before, but the way the yard is set up, it's like this. So, actually, that's a good example. Okay, so like this. Okay, so you got neighbor, 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 house. Okay, so house is here. We got neighbors on all the sides. Turn your pool, no. No. Okay, so we got neighbors on all the sides. So they have a property like this. Oh, here. This makes it easier. Here, neighbor, neighbor. Okay, so there's neighbors all the way around. Neighbor's house, neighbor's house. This is neighbor's yard, 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 yard. Okay, so from my house, we got a door like here, okay, to go out into the backyard. And then here is like the pump house. So everything pool related is in here. And then the pool is literally this. This is the pool. Okay. So, yeah. So that's the pool. And then, yeah, so that's the pool. And then here we have like trees. And they have trees and whatever. So essentially, the backyard is all pool. Yeah, it's like the vast majority of our yard. It's a huge pool. It was put in the 80s when people made real money working menial jobs. But essentially, the contractor is going to come in this way. He just removed this neighbor's pool. So that one's gone. And now, oh, it's not this way, sorry, this way. Now he's going to ask this neighbor for permission to come through. And this is all getting filled up. Limiting the pool besides fixing it up. So it has a solar heater on the roof. So we were paying nothing to heat it. Yeah, we were paying nothing to heat it because the solar heater's on the roof. But that's another thing. So yes, it's like $30,000 to fix, okay? But this pool pump, we've replaced twice now, okay? So that's $400 every time for a cheap Chinese one. We've had to fix the sand filter. That was like $500. And this is all doing it ourselves, by the way. The solar heater on the roof, if it were to break, that's like 10 grand. So essentially, it's messed up. So this pool is going away. So it costs us less than this, but not like, it's not like free. It's still 5 figures. Solar heater can be used for the house. It cannot. there is no internal plumbing to support that. We have a forced air natural gas furnace, and so that's how that works. By the way, Franco, this is the environmental temperature sensor box design, and here's the new OLED mount. So, ta-da! So the solar heater, if I had my way, the solar heater would come off and we would get solar panels put up there. We can probably support like five or 6 kilowatts, but 5 or 6 kilowatts is going to be like 20 grand. We just don't have that kind of money. It's that simple. But already the reduction in bills, like in the summer, between the AC and the pool pump, which we mostly run at night, like overnight, because electricity is cheaper. We have a time of use system. Still, we pay $300 a month for electricity in the summers. So it's a lot of money. So if you think like May, June, July, and part of August is $300 a month. That's a lot of freaking money. That's a lot of money. Okay, so this is done anyways. The DHT22 is done. And I think that's it, because I did the DHT 11, 22, the Dallas, and the BMP. Our code is ready. So just imagine like that is going to be on here. No, can't remove AC. There's no way. We had 40-degree days this summer. There's not a chance. I can't sleep when the AC isn't working. Nope, not removing the AC. But the pool pump is, I think it is about 1.5 kilowatts. About that. No, if anything, I would add a mini split to upstairs. This house is made a long time ago, so the insulation standards are very low. So it's old. It's old ITT. It's from probably the mid to early 2000s. But again, a new AC system is like 8 grand. I just don't have that money. It's probably more actually installed. You're not allowed to install it yourself here either. You need a qualified tradesperson if you want to keep your insurance. Okay, so this is done. We're finished. We're done our environmental sensors. Where's the DHT? No, not the DHT. The BMP. There's a BMP sensor kicking around here. Oh, here we go. BMP. And the Dallas is here. Got another Dallas kicking around. Yeah, very expensive to run. 100%. Yeah, bills are expensive. Thankfully, the wife and I work from home, so we get to claim a portion of our house expenses on our taxes, because you just think dial home device, no, DHT. I don't know what the DHT stands for. Dual humidity temperature, something like that. Does that make sense? Yeah, so anyways, the wife and I owe lots of taxes every year because we're self-employed. So we get to claim some of our, just like if you had if you're a business, if you had a business and you're paying for an office, all that would be claimed on your taxes, claimed against your taxes. You can use your, since we work from home, we can claim a portion of our bills, but it's only relative to the surface area you use in your house. Here you can install yourself, but it's preferable to have the pipe connected by a professional. I mean, I'm certified to work with ozone depleting substances. I have an ODP certification through being a automotive mechanic, because cars have AC systems. All right, DHD. Oh, let me start up a 3D print here, and I can leave you with the 3D printer while I go get coffee in a moment. So let me start up a print. We'll see if Kira will open. It should open. It is the same. It is the same, but they want you to have a HVAC certification for working on homes as well. So you need 2 certifications. So if you want to work on AC systems, you need a ozone depletion certification. And then if you want to work on AC systems on cars, you need the matching. So you need to have both, essentially. All right, so let's grab this. Let's see. Let me just open up the Varon. Start the heater bed going to 80. We might run out of filament, by the way. Just a warning. Where is it? There. Not the lid. This one? I think it's most recent. Yeah. I'm going to flip this around so you guys can watch it better. And then I'm going to move it to the front so you guys can watch it better. There we go. What do we got in terms of time? 55 minutes. You can install a mini split as soon as you... Oh, okay. So here in Canada, there's mini splits. They come with the refrigerant already in the lines. And when you... give me a second. When you attach... Oh, yes. Oh, whatever. When you attach the lines, it... hang on a second. Rename. When you attach the lines, it pierces a seal internally. And so it makes it so that you can do it essentially without exposing any of the lines, any of the gases to the atmosphere. My poor wife, like, freaking dies upstairs. Pretty heat. She works on the second floor. I work... Wait, if you're British... Okay, she works on the second story. If you're British, it's the first floor, the first story, which doesn't make sense. But anyways, when it's hot, her office gets like 10 degrees hotter than mine in the basement. It's like insanity. Oh look, I fixed the blinking LED for you, Gerald. Can't say I don't do anything for my viewers. Talking about Stargate, yeah. I mean, I do attract nerds, which is fine. I am a nerd too. Although I don't have nearly enough episodes of Star Trek in my pocket to be a full out nerd. Also, have never watched Stargate. There we go, get a purge filament. Oh boy, that's a lot of stringing. There we go. All right, so I will be right back with some coffee. I'm back. Took a little bit longer because I was chatting with Vero there for a second. Okay, so the printer has laid down the foundation. And I shall speed it up and see what happens. Could fail the print, but at the same time, I think where we're at right now, there we go, 150% speed. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for this to finish, and then we're gonna film like something easy, like the label maker video or something like that. Voron is saying it's 30 minutes about of printing time left. So we can use that for, there we go. We can use that for, oh, there we go. We can use that for cleaning up a little bit. I do need to put all this together though. Do I have any bins or anything? I have a box. So I'm just going to put all the environmental sensor things in a box together. And we will take that out when it's time for filming the video. So that's good. I'm going to put this back, part of my reach. And then this guy. Thank you for the welcome backs. There we go. Maybe we'll charge the WoW stick a little bit. Let's see if I can stuff it in there. I do need to figure out some sort of USB solution for here. Then again, the nephew that insisted you watch Stargate likes Universe. Oh yeah, you guys are talking about Stargate, huh? I am probably going to end up watching it at some point, but as you can see, I am very busy at the moment. Oh, and let's not forget the tire season. Give me a second here. Ha! The tire season is starting up very shortly. So that's going to be chaos. Absolute chaos. Oh my God, so many things to do. Okay, let's clean up a little bit. This is gonna have to be done too, but I have a lot of CAD work to do on this. Oh, I didn't put the new light in. Chaos on wheels, yeah. Yup, sometimes I just wish I had a regular ass job doing regular ass things. Actually, not sometimes, like often, like all the time. But it is what it is, man. I did a really bad decision being a mechanic. Like, I don't think it's a bad decision in terms of like trade skills. Like, I think the skills I learned were great. It's just not a job you can do for your entire life, you know? You don't watch any series? Do you watch any Parallels then? See what I did there? There we go. That's good, like so. These back down there. The iWis crimpers. Where's all my junk? iWis crimpers. By the way, these I haven't even used yet. These are some freaking beastly crimpers. Actually, it looks like I used them. or somebody used them. Oh, okay, no, they're just polished on the inside. See that? Oh, they got a real... Yeah, tell me about mechanics being bad for my full body. I feel it. $100p, I feel it. Where's the... Oh, there's the plastic. This is good. Every once in a while doing a full cleanup like this allows me to reset a little bit. I just put these guys need to go into storage somewhere. This was a failed experiment. This goes in the stack of wires. There we go. Oh boy, there's a lot of filament building up. Yeah, a little bit of filament goobers. Hey Johnny. The ladder is now hanging. Congrats. Oh, this goes in the environmental sensors box. This is going to go back in the Voron box, but I'll put it in the environmental sensors because we need it. You become German all of a sudden, Johnny? Danke. Oh my God, my fatigue is building. But if we can last until the end of this 3D print, then we're going to record some easy videos. It's either that or we'll record the serious videos on Tuesday and the less serious videos on Tuesday as well. We'll do like a day of recording. Where did I just put those freaking DuPonts? Or the... Oh, here's the... That's the terminals for them. How's it going, Adam? I'm sorry. I do the same thing to my students. I apologize if I forget your name. It's way easier for me to remember it when it's your username, but pretty sure it's Adam, right? Is it Adam? It starts with A. I'm pretty sure it starts with A. Oh, here. These three need to go together. It's like Adam. Yeah, okay. Adam Bryant? Adam, damn it. I hate it because sometimes my brain will classify like people by where I met them. Yeah, you always have to think about it too. So sometimes my brain will classify people by where I met them. So there's like a specific time where I had 3 guests on the podcast in a row. So I met them all like roughly at the same time. And I have it's impossible for me to remember which name is which. It's like, it's horrible. It's actually problematic. So it's gonna go in there. Oh yeah, this is my custom cable. We shall not infringe. But I have more cables coming, so it should be good. Cable. Oh yeah, I did this video. I forgot to, I didn't edit it yet. Losing my mind a little bit. Oh no, wait, not this one. No, this one is for, yeah, this one's the one I thought was a Stemma QT, but it's not. That's the Stemma QT. Why they chose the world's smallest connector as a standard? Actually, I know exactly why they did it. It's so they can sell pre-crimped cables. There's no secret. They want to control the cable market. That's why every company makes a standard. It's wanting to control behaviors, purchasing behaviors. It is what it is. Another pen. Your brain's not wired to remember names? Yeah, me neither. Big cable conspiracy. Unless you have a dog that I don't remember. Yeah, I actually remember dogs too. So pretty funny, the wife and I walk through our neighborhood a lot. Like, we try to take about 2 walks a day, and in fact, my wife's in charge of that because I'm so lazy. I wouldn't want to if it wasn't for her. Anyways, there's neighborhood dogs, and sometimes they're just tied in front of their house, and we don't know their names because they're just tied in front of the house. So we make up names for the dogs we meet along the way. And I have started a crusade that every time I see the owner now, and like it's not too awkward, I ask them what their dog's name is. So we're slowly filling in the gaps. But so our nicknames for those dogs are slowly disappearing, being replaced by their actual names. Yes, Vero takes me for a walk. I mean, the dogs seem quite content. When it's hot, they're not out. There was one dog that we don't see anymore. We only see her rarely on walks. She used to be tied up outside of her house all the time. And she used to ask to go outside while it was raining, snowing. It didn't matter. She just loved being outside. But yeah, mostly heat is what stops dogs from being outside. So when it's hot, we don't see very many dogs out. They're usually cowering in some basement somewhere. No, no harness, no collar. No. Not that I would kink shame anybody for wanting that. It's not for us. Okay, relatively clean. There we go. And Adam, don't impart your fantasies on me. Dogs are really not your thing. You prefer cats? Well, so I'll tell you, all my neighbors have cats, and they are outdoor cats. So when we first bought here, I was into photography. I mean, I'm still into photography in a way, but I guess it's mostly video now. So I set up bird feeders outside, and the neighbors' cats would come into our yard and murder all the birds. We asked them to stop their cats coming into our yard. We filled holes in the fence, everything. Their cats still always got into our yard. We had some plants in front of the house that the previous owner had cared for, and we didn't want them anymore. They were thorn bushes, essentially. So we pulled them out and put new how's it going, Daniel? We put ground, like dirt, and seed, grass seed down, and the neighbors' cats, they would all just shit in our yard. Essentially, they would dig up the soil and poop in the soil, and nothing ever grew because of that. Also, we had a garden in the backyard, and they were just pooping in the garden, so we stopped doing all of that. So yeah, we don't like neighborhood cats because they're always outside. And then one of our neighbors had a cat go missing, like just vanished. And in our neighborhood, there are coyotes, there are bears, there's deer, there's fishers, there's all sorts of animals that murder cats. And, you know, it was horrible for their family. And then they're like, yeah, that's fine. We'll just get a new cat. So it's like, I don't get cat people. I think personally, if you have an outdoor cat in an area where people are, where there's wild animals that can murder your cat, and you leave your cat outside, I don't think you really care for the cat, right? Yeah, sprinklers don't work. I mean, we even have, there's a feud because one of the outdoor cats was murdering one of our neighbors, like they were feeding squirrels and chipmunks and stuff like that. And one of the outdoor cats was just coming in and murdering all the squirrels and leaving them there. So we got a nasty letter in our mailbox because the neighbor doesn't know whose cat it is, you know, saying, you know, your cat killed all my pets and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, it's just frustrating that when a neighbor has a dog, their dog has to be leashed and tied up at all times, except for in dog parks. But cats are just expected to roam free, damage property. They can do whatever they want. But you can't do anything about it. The only things I could do is do things to scare the cat or like harm the cat, and I don't want to do that. It's not the cat's fault, it's the owner's fault. So when we saw them in the yard, we would chase them away, but it doesn't do anything. No, again, it's not. If the laser was pointed at the owner, then I would do it, because it's not the cat's fault, it's the owner's fault. The cat did nothing wrong. The owner should keep it indoors. That's all I have to say. And I know Europeans have a soft spot for cats because they saved you guys from the plague or whatever, but not me. Cat tracking water pistols. No, it doesn't matter. We used ultrasonics. We used spikes on the ground, like the plastic spikes that they don't like their paws touching. We used all sorts of things. We used basically hot pepperin, whatever, and we sprinkled it all over the dirt, and they're supposed to smell it and hate it and run away. It didn't work. Nothing works to repel cats. You just do whatever you want. I sprayed one with the hose once. It came back like 15 minutes later. So that's the thing. I don't hate cats. I hate cat society. I hate the fact that cat owners let their cats do whatever they want for the most part. That's it. That's it. Like, you can let it do whatever it wants in your yard, but yeah. Oh, that's the other thing. It would murder squirrels and whatever, and it would just leave it at our back door. Yeah, but your dog is fenced, right? Yeah, correct. It's shitty owner's fault. It's 100%. Like, the cat did nothing wrong. The cat is just being a cat. My example that I would give to yeah, so that's perfectly fine, Daniel. My example I would give to people when they would tell me, like, oh, it's just a cat. Like, cats, it's cruel to keep them indoors. And I'd be like, okay, then I'll have a pet grizzly bear. My grizzly bear will not be indoors, though, because that's cruel. So the grizzly bear will be an outdoor grizzly bear. And if he comes and poops in your yard, just give him a gentle tap on the nose and tell him no. You know, he'll learn. You know what I mean? Like, it's not viable. And again, nothing against cats, it's the owners. It's their owners. It's always been the owners. Okay, what's the progress on this? We are at 66%. I'll check how much time left on the print. 16 minutes. Excellent. Yeah, grizzlies can be trained, but go bop one on the nose for pooping in your yard. See what's going to happen to you. Had both cats and dogs are allowed to be outside, but would not leave the property. So I've been told by my neighbors that their cats don't leave the properties. And I've seen their cats like a kilometer from home regularly. Well, ITT, you're the human. You're in charge. So you need to train your cats to stay indoors. That's that simple. You just don't let them out. I mean, you can't say that your child is an indoor or an outdoor child. If there's a hurricane happening, whether or not your child prefers to be outdoors, you keep him inside. Dogs, sharks, and humans. No, you can bop my grizzly. No, you can bop my grizzly. That's fine. He's an outdoor grizzly. He's nice. Just bop him on the nose. All right, what are we doing? What are we recording? Label maker. I think that's what we're gonna do. Label maker. Label maker. We're making a video about a label maker because I'm so excited about it. Label maker. Label maker, label maker. Label makers. Some cats don't support well to be... I mean, if your cat is depressed on the inside, it's because they were an outdoor cat before, or you're not offering them enough enrichment. I mean, it's simple. The thing is, would you rather your cat be slightly sad and alive, or potentially get run over by a car? You know? Gerald, chili. Very spicy chili. Yeah, exactly, Locke. Some places they leave car keys outside so bears can. You're close. You're close. In the Nordic countries, actually, maybe Johnny Bergdahl would be the closest one to that. But in Nordic countries where polar bears are seen around, it is common practice to leave your cars unlocked. So if a polar bear is hunting you, because polar bears are the only bears that will actively hunt a human. Like it'll see a human, be like, that looks tasty, and go after it. It's not just being defensive, it is literally it wants to eat. So you leave your cars unlocked, so if a polar bear is chasing one of your neighbors, they can jump into your car to save themselves. E to mount. What? No. Are you saying the Prusa XL doesn't come with a camera? You gotta be kidding me. Okay. In Montreal, you get a ticket if you leave your car unlocked. Makes sense, because you're increasing insurance costs for everyone. Illegal to go outside at night without a rifle. Makes sense. There's no camera? There's no camera. That's $2,000 US? Oh my God. 2,000 US dollars. Okay, let's go. Assemble this another 500. Pair of ear defenders. Good for you. Ear defenders are necessary. Okay, so oh my God, if you want the full loadout, assembled. So 5-head model. Yes, it's cottage pie, Gerald, because shepherd's pie is made of lamb. So it's 4,100 US dollars. 4,100 USD to Canadian. It's $5,600 and doesn't come with a camera. Products. H2. This is Canadian dollars, if I'm not mistaken. Doesn't really, yeah. With the AMS. No, economical is one thing. Holy crap. You can buy the bundle with the laser. Printers. H2D. You get the 40-watt laser for $4,700. But like, being honest here, with a dual AMS, $3,400. No, I know. I know it has a tool changer. I know. But wow. That is, to me, that's insane to not have an enclosure and not have. So here with the enclosure, it's, wow, you get a 5% discount. Thank you. This here, to me, means more than anything else. Right here. Made in the EU, that to me brings the value proposition up. For sure. Does it bring it up? Because, wait, what's 45.19? 45.19. Okay, does it bring it up double the price? I don't think so. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. And it doesn't come with a camera. Like, the thing is, what would it have cost to put in like a Logitech camera in there? Like nothing. That is crazy. But yes, to me, that made in the EU is the most important part of this. That's insane. I mean, you're talking to a guy who wants a Voron 2.4. Let's see how high end of a kit we can get. So we can get all high wind rails, max size, $1,700. With all the included parts, $2,000. I agree. I agree. Very high quality. The only thing that sketches me out is teaching tech. Also been on the podcast. Teaching tech. He had an issue with his Excel for a long time. And in this video, you should go watch it. He shows that even if you fix all the issues with it, it still prints worse than a Bambu Labs. Where was it? Print testing. Had the fish. God, where? Oh, here. There we go. So the best Excel print. What? He was on the podcast. So look at all these failures. And then that's his best print he can get out of his Excel. And here's the A1. Sorry, that's the open Bambu Lab. Brutal. And then when that was his old Excel, and his new Excel. So this is the Bambu Lab with the poop. This is the Excel, the new one, the one he replaced. Look at the difference in print quality. It's a big friggin' difference. Yes, no, yes, that was a pre-production unit. This is the new one. This is the one they sent. They sent him a brand new full production one. Yeah, there's lots of people that are having issues. It's not like the Mark IV. It's a whole brand new design, so that's why they have a little bit of issues. But yeah, this is cool, like lifting the supports like this, because you can use PLA supports for PETG prints. Like, that's amazing. Look at that. Yeah, he addresses that in the video, Johnny. He addresses it by saying that he's tried dried and not dried, but the difference is that the same exact filament, the like same exact filament, same condition, same everything, works no problem in the Bamboo and doesn't in the XL. That's the problem. Oh, look, it's done. The 3D print's done. Yeah. So yeah, the big issue is that you would think, I guess we don't need this anymore. There we go. I invite you to watch the printer, watch the video. And the thing is, if I'm paying like 5 Gs for a printer, I would expect it to be damn near perfect. That's the problem. Even if I paid 3 Gs for a Bambu Labs and it gave me those kind of stringing issues, I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Costs a lot in poop. You already watched that video already? So then you know he's addressed all this. The exact same filament works flawlessly in the Bamboo. The same spool of filament works flawlessly in the Bamboo. No stringing issues whatsoever. He uses European filament too. But are you using PETG? He was using PETG, which is known to string. You wanted to cook your tea too? Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. The XL is an amazing machine. I'm not taking anything away. If I was sent one as a review unit, I would have no regrets. It's just very expensive. So I don't know if I paid that much money. I don't know if I'd be happy with that. But who knows? Maybe, you know, spending a couple hours on support with support would fix the issue. Maybe. And I have to say, although the V0 Voron is expensive for what it is, for the size of it, I'm very happy with it. And I haven't even tuned it yet. You know, that was a $700 purchase Canadian. And it took like 18 hours to build. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Do we have battery? We sort of have battery in the camera. Early on with your Mark III, called support and talked with Joe Prusa. See, that's a good thing. And again, let me be 100% clear with this. I want to be crystal clear. I think that if that's the cost of building it in the EU, that's fine. I accept that. If that's just the price of getting stuff made in the EU, I accept it. That's fine. But if you are judging it as only, yeah, the microphone's over here. Still getting ready for filming. But if you're judging it only by its ability to print, just by print abilities, I don't think it's worth the cost. If we're just factoring the fact that it's made in the EU, and that's a big deal, which it is a big deal, then you see how the price makes a little bit more sense, for sure. Because, you know, paying workers a reasonable wage costs money. And that is the cold hard truth of everything. It costs money. And so you can be damn sure that if I was making a reasonable salary, I would be taking that into consideration when I buy a 3D printer, 100%. But I will also say that I'm not convinced that all of my years of AdSense combined would add up to the price of one of these printers, the fully spec'd one. So that is crazy. If you add my PCBWay sponsorship, then for sure. I've been working with PCBWay now for like 5 years or something. But just AdSense, no shot. Let me just mute the mic while I put on my... What do you produce, Locke? If you don't mind me asking. All right, here goes. I finally bit the bullet and bought myself a label maker. So this is going to be a little exploration of this label maker. This is the E1000 Pro, and the only thing I've done to this label maker up to date is unbox it, make sure everything works, and I printed 2 test labels. So essentially you guys are here for the rest of the ride. If you want the early views on what's coming on the channel, just go over to my live streaming channel where you can check out these unboxings right from the mail, just cold like that. So here we go. Here's the unit itself. You get the unit, you get a USB cable. This is a powered device. You can either use batteries or the USB cable. You get a little bit of an instruction manual, which we may or may not read, probably not. And you get some sort of warnings, and you get, oh, actually didn't know, a cutter holder. Oh, maybe you get an extra cutter in the bag. So we'll check that out momentarily. So this label maker is available from your Chinese retailers, AliExpress, eBay, those kinds of places. And I wanted this specific model because it works with the Brother P-Touch style cartridges, which we're going to take a look at in a moment. And it also has another trick up its sleeve. Again, we'll check that out momentarily. So let me get this plugged in. I do have a USB cable here. I think you just plug it in right down here. And let's turn it on, see what it looks like. Press and hold, there we go. All right, so data transfer, what does that mean? Oh, it's plugged into my computer right now. That's where it's getting its power. And so it's doing something. It's printing something. Let me just unplug this and we'll use a power source not connected to the computer. I don't know what it's printing. Literally like chucking out stuff. Not a fan of that. Magic Effects, woodworking 3D printing electronics. Nice. Very nice. Power on. Press and hold. Okay, good. Okay, that was really weird. Let's do this from a power bank because it just started. Here, let me show you. It just started randomly printing, like just feeding out tape. So we're gonna have to investigate that a little bit later. But essentially, this is the cassette that comes with it. So you just push on that little button up top there, and you pull this out, and there is where the cassette goes. Here's the AAAs. You need 6 AAAs, oh, right down there, to power this thing, or you can do it by USB. And I'm just learning that probably you should use a power that's not coming through from your PC. Okay, so here we go. We've got it on the workbench now. And let's turn it on for real. So there we go. So here we go. It says 25 millimeters, and I don't know if that means how long of tape it's going to use or if that's the height of the text. Really not sure. You do see the size of the text up there. So medium, large. Not sure I like that interface where you have to press it twice. Once to go, once to accept. But let's see what size the large text is. So this is large. No capitals. Hit print. I also don't know how much tape is in the cartridge there, but there is the large text. So let's check the medium. Medium here. This is intuitive already for the most part. Medium, print. There's the medium size there. And let's check the small. The keyboard is very responsive. I like that. And then print. That is tiny text. Don't know if you'll be able to read that. This is recorded in 4K. So it is really tiny text. So that is small. We have here a length. Here, let me turn this to a better text. We'll go with the large one. I'm okay with wasting all this label just so we can, you know, play with this together. Let's put my channel name. Oh, let's put it in capitals. So capitals. Simple. Oh, I see. So there's a minimum length here, and then it climbs. 80 millimeters of tape. What does this go? This says millimeters faceplate. Oh, interesting. It lets you change the size of the overall spacing. So let's add, oh, that's way too much. Let's go 35 millimeters, okay. And let's print this and see what that gives us. Text limit, okay, so it's to limit the size. It's to make them all the same size. I see what's going on. So here we'll go normal. So it'll just print the length it has. Hit print. Now I'll say it's not the fastest, but it's not bad. There we go, Simple Electronics. So something I've noticed is that you do have some wastage, right? You do have usually a little bit of tape on this side that you're definitely going to waste. And so you got to be aware of that. Let's see what else we've got. We can make a mirror print. I'm not sure what this means, the ABC. Cable flag. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's to print like a label that'll wrap around a cable. That is really cool. And then here, we'll just go back to normal. Normal. Does that work? Enter. Backspace. Let's try this one here, the circle ABC, cable wrap. Okay, it's to go around, either to go around a cable or to print on heat shrink, because that is one thing that I didn't mention yet. This thing is compatible with printable heat shrink, which I think is pretty cool. So let's try to load in some different stuff and see how that works. So let's try the heat shrink. What model is this one? The E1000. Also have to change the autofocus because it is going nuts. Don't know how that's going to turn out. Heat shrink tube, 5.8 millimeters. This is tape. So far one heat shrink. 12 millimeter, 12 millimeter. I think most of it is 12 millimeter. I don't even know what this is. I think most of this is 12 millimeter. Oh, here. 12 millimeter gold. Black on gold. That's going to look sick. So it seems like I only ordered one heat shrink cassette, which is 5.8 millimeter black on yellow. So let's see how this goes. These are actually not that expensive, especially if you get them from AliExpress in the choice section. It's really not too bad. I've never loaded a piece of tape in here, so we'll see how it goes together. So here it is. So there, the heat shrink. It is 5.8 millimeter or 0.23 inch. Before use, turn the ribbon counterclockwise as arrow shows. Okay, 1 to 2 turns in the direction the arrow shows, this way. So we're going to do that. But first we're going to turn this over and load this in. Does this say the max amount? Oh yeah, they tell you which one to print on which. Okay, so yeah, that is for the heat shrink, as you can see over here. That option's for the heat shrink. The cable flag has specific stuff. Cool. So you go 3.5 to 12 millimeter tape. And I have some 12 millimeter tape. Okay, so let's lift this out. So there's the tape that I got with it. So that is 12 millimeter, and it says sample. So very likely there is not as much tape in here as in a retail packaged piece. And now they want me to turn this 1 to 2 times in this direction. All right, so I'm going to start here. That's half. There's another half. That's 1. Half. Another half. That's 2. Okay, let's mount this in. Seeing if this works out. Guide this out the little hole. So it clips in. Put the backing on. There's little hooks on the back. And you hook them in down there. And you close this like so. Okay, the other cool part about this is you have a little window here to tell you what's going on, what do you have loaded in. Thing is a little back heavy, so it wants to sit down like that. Okay, so now let's do this. So what millimeters do we have again? 5.8. So like so. Oh, not cable flag. Nope. I want to go back. Back. We want this guy. Cable wrap. Diameter. It's 5.8. So is 6 good enough? Probably. Enter. Enter. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. All right, and let's see if it'll print or if the text is too big. Text limit. Okay, text is too big. Now I see. So, okay, we go to small. Let's go medium, see if it'll work. Text limit. Okay, small text only. Good to know. Small. Print. Text limit. Oh, that is interesting. Is it too small? Can we not do it? Or maybe it's just too much text? Let's try SE Streams, because that is my live streaming channel. Seems like that's too much. Backspace it. That one's okay. So it looks like when this turns off, like so, and we will go print. Let's see what it gives us. Cut this off. Oh my God. What just happened here? It says something 6.9. Oh, I see. It's printed like this. So really, I think it's meant to do like circuit, like say like C21. And we'll print that. That looks horrible. Okay, and it's inverted. It looks like it needs to be mirrored. So let's mirror on, and we'll print again. Okay, wait, that still doesn't work. This doesn't make any sense. It's printing it backwards, even though the mirror is on. Mirror off. Print again. Something isn't right here. It's still wrong. Huh. What is going on here? Let me just try printing a regular label. Is there a size? That's copies. No data. Got to be a label size. Normal. Oh, here. This way. That's probably the way. There's a button all the way down here, if you can see that, that goes ABC on the side. Let's try that. So cable wrap, 6mm. It's actually less. Let's even go 5mm just to be sure. Okay, let's put medium, and let's go, yeah, horizontal. Let's try it like that. Maybe that'll work. So, oops. All right, let's try this. Text limit again. Okay, let's make it smaller. Small. Text limit. Nope, that isn't working. I'm not sure how to deal with this. Text only. Okay. Let's go like this. Normal. Cable wrap. There's the size. Okay. Small. And we just go SE print. And it's still reversed. I'm going to need some time with this thing. Okay, that is a disaster. I don't think I'm going to be making a video like this. This is way too complicated. Way too complicated. Label width. I'm using label maker. So I'm install the label tape, select the label width, use navigation keys, select label width. So this should just, here we go, the label. Normal. I don't have a label width. So, oh, menu, style, font, width, underline or frame, label length, margin, file, feed, mirror, alignment, label width. Okay, so that's 12, well right now it's 5.8. So that, okay. Oh, language, barcode, barcode input, cutting, print density, and then style again. There's explosion nuclear symbol, you don't need a user manual, yeah. Text format. symbol, underliner frame, full half. If you want to save tape, set the margin to normal. Cutting method. Set mirror mode. Saving label files. Other printing type. Cable wrap. Oh, okay. Cable wrap is not heat shrink. Okay. I understand. No, you can connect it to a computer, but it's for data transfer. Okay, so heat shrink should just print using regular feed mirror width barcode. So label width 6 millimeter, okay. And now if I print, it didn't print anything. Okay, so it's still backwards, mirror on, print. Okay, so it does work. You just print it as a regular label. Well, after a lot of messing around, I think I got it, except it's printing still like mirrored. I don't know. The point is, the heat shrink should be printed as regular labels. And let's see if I can turn mirror off and show you what it looks like. So here's without the mirror. So it's obviously mirrored. If I hit the mirror on and I print it again, there we go. So it's printing fine. Mirror on, and it just goes on the label like so. So when you load up your tape, your heat shrink, you have to go through the menus and go to 11 out of 16 using the sides here. Go label width and you set your width there. So that is the problem with the heat shrink, is it just prints as a regular label. what the manual has helped me understand is that this is actually expecting you to use a regular tape, and you're just going to tape it around a bundle of cables. So if you look at the manual here, so this is the intended usage of that. It's to wrap around the label, and the cable flag is so that you can just make an image like this. It's going to duplicate your tag, and then you get to wrap it around and pinch it together, and that'll make a flag. So that's why the function wasn't working for heat shrink. It's because heat shrink, the machine doesn't even know what it is. You just print regularly on heat shrink. So there you go. So now I want to try something else here that I'm pretty excited for, is that since it uses Brother P-Touch cartridges, you can get all sorts of different styles. And this is the style that I decided to go with for most of my labeling, which is a black background in gold ink. So let's see what that looks like. I'll take this out. Very fancy. They tell you 1 to 2 turns again, so we're going to do the exact same process we did. Flip it around, open it up, take out the heat shrink, like so. I don't know if these expire, if they're affected by humidity or anything like that. Remove this, and then give it a half turn, a half turn, a half turn, and a half turn, and then pop this into the channel like so. Should just snap in there. It's snapped in there. It's not snapped in the back though. There we go. Snapped in. Reposition the back. There we go. So 12 millimeter. So now when we turn it on, okay, we can type our text. So all in caps. And very important, we have to go and change our stuff in the menu. So font width, underlined or framed, label length, margins. Actually, they say in the manual to switch this to narrow if you want to save tape. Back to menu, file, feed. File is because you can save your different labels to print another day. Mirroring, alignment, label width, and we're going to change this to 12 millimeters, biggest supported, biggest text, and here we go. We will print this. This is the first print off this roll, so I'm not sure if it's going to be good quality, but we're about to find out together. All the way out, cut it. Oh no, it is mirrored, so I had the mirror on. Now it's off. I guess that's something you have to keep in mind, that your mirror might be on or off. But I will tell you, it looks incredible. Love the look of that. And chop it off. Oh, beautiful gold. A little bit of flaking here. These are aftermarket tape labels, but that looks incredible. Nice, shiny gold finish on a black background. This is what my components will be labeled with. That's awesome. There we go. All right. Can't connect the computer directly, no lock, true, but we could just print it twice and wrap around the cable. So you do prefer the manual, when the manual separates the various languages, yep. Not sure why you have to give it 2 turns. I don't know, actually. It's a good question. Chats keep getting rejected. That's weird. That's very strange. I'm going to be honest. I'm hating this video. If I edit it and it's bad, I'm just going to throw it in the garbage and make a new video. Chat complaining about it took 3 attempts. Interesting. This is really nice labels. Let's see if we can play with the style. I'm going to put full margins. Normal, half, double, normal, font, none. Oh yeah, look at the different fonts. If just they had impact. Oh, nice, thick. Oh. That looks freaking insane. None. Font style, normal, bold, italic, normal. Let's print a bold Simple Electronics one. Did you try reloading your stuff? Oh yeah. Big Simple Electronics. Freaking awesome. Yeah, I think bold is the way. Wait, is it the same? That looks the same. Menu, style. Okay, maybe the default is bold. With barcode. Interesting. Invalid. You could always use some of this video incorporated. You look back, yeah. That's probably more like what I'm going to be using it for. Cool. That is very cool. I love this big chunky one. You get it on all streams. Interesting. Off. Yeah, good. Oh, you got special characters? Can you turn it? See? Clear. Okay. Backspace. CS. There we go. You get something went wrong. Message not sent. This is interesting, huh? You got your numbers. Unit. Oh, you can get a degree. Punctuation. Oh, electrical. Look at that. Transistor, ground. I don't know what these are. That's cool. Resistors and stuff. Full-on transistors. Oh, that's a tiny symbol. Let me just backspace all of this. I just want a single transistor printing. What does a single gold transistor look like? Look at that. Beauty. A beauty, a bonnie, a joy forever. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to restart this video, but I don't think I'll do it today. I think right now I'm getting pretty exhausted. So I think that'll be it for me for today. We are probably going to retry this video next Tuesday, and then I'll have this footage to do it as well. I think my brain is ready for a break. So I want to thank everyone here for watching. Appreciate you guys being here, but I think enough is enough. And yeah, I hope I'll catch you guys on the next one. That'll be Tuesday, which will be our 100th numbered stream. Can you believe that? It'll be 100 numbered streams over on this channel. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you guys. But right now I need to go rest a bit. Have a good one.